Call the meeting to order.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Trustee Polly.
Here.
Trustee Laffin.
Here.
Clerk Palovich here. Treasurer Ellery Summers.
Here.
Trustee Kroll,
Here.
Trustee Reiner.
Here.
Supervisor Kujabaski.
Here. Adoption of the agenda.
Oh, do I? Yeah, my budget.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Support. I don't care.
That one.
I gave Kroll.
Okay. Voice vote. All those in favor of adopting the agenda as presented, please signify by saying aye. Oppose the same. Adopt. This is the first opportunity for public comment. If you are online and have public comment, please raise your hand. Seeing none, if you are in the audience of public comment, please approach the podium. First opportunity for public comment is closed. Consent agenda. Got a motion to
What's that?
Consent.
consent agenda.
I have some things to take off. I just wanted to talk to Nathan about some of the things on the water thing, so I just want to ask questions there. I don't know if you need to take it off. The materials management authority, does this need Board of Trustees consideration? Materials management authority, thing, it talks about money.
Is that the
It's
request?
asking for $7,500.
But that would be something we do during budgeting.
Okay.
It's just informational right now.
All right. We're not doing it today then.
Right.
And then the same with the County Road Commission.
Yes, it's all for budgeting purposes. That's it?
So other than the questions I have for Nathan, I'll just bring him up and ask. Want me to ask him now?
That's just up to you, if you'd like to.
Oh, okay. Why not?
Don't feel any pressure.
I never have pressure.
I don't even want to about that.
So on December 18th, you guys replaced something called isolation valve boxes at the intersection of such and such. Said it was damaged by a plow truck.
Yes, sir. So isolation valve boxes are valve boxes that allow us to control flow of the water main, shut off water mains if we have any issues, or if we have a directional drill go through a water main, just for an example. But we noticed that we had two boxes right where we were digging that were damaged. They were damaged in previous years by plow trucks hitting them and striking the cast iron. We were able to make temporary repairs during that winter time, so we were still able to access the valve. But while we had them exposed and already dug up, we thought it prudent to actually replace the entirety of the box, so we were able to have them
So
corrected.
these County Road Commission trucks or these?
Yes, but they are not liable.
Why not?
Because it was explained to me that the water main and the valves are within the right of way of the road, and so anything within the road, they have no liability for striking.
Is that right? Okay. And the other one was, just I just was interested in our electrical, unit, what do you call it? Oh, so when you had the power out on December 19th.
Oh, the mobile
You were able to
generator?
Run all those stations with one generator?
Yes, because those stations tend to be a little bit lower flow. And so, and we have and we found that during the ice storm, when we had a long time, we had no power, we kind of were able to make some decisions of how long this lift station can be left alone before it needs to be powered. So using that information we learned, we were able to piggyback, hey, this one needs power. Now let's go to this one and give it power and kind
So
of,
you basically had to move the
yes, sir.
generator around.
Yeah,
onto the other.
yeah,
And that worked?
yes.
All right, good sense. Well, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anyone else?
Need a motion.
All right.
To approve consent agenda? Is
Yes.
there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So who wants the motion?
Give it to Cash. Cash doesn't get enough.
I gave it to you, Steve.
Okay.
Cash gets support.
Roll call.
Clerk Plavich, yes. Treasurer Ellery Summers.
Yes.
Trustee Kroll,
Yes.
Trustee Reiner.
Yes.
Trustee Poland.
Yeah.
Trustee Lappin.
Yes.
Supervisor Kozibowski.
Yes. Motion carried. Moving on to old business. First item on here, is the Maple Ridge Township Fire Agreement. Go ahead.
The supervisor and I met with representatives from Maple Ridge Township. And with a little bit of rewording, we were able to get, I think the agreement is completed for this fiscal year. For the 3,500, so am I correct in saying so?
Yes, I believe so as well.
Because we had to just tailor a couple words for them where they would accept that and then move on from there. There was nothing continued after that. So we're either waiting for Maple Ridge to respond to the proposals that I gave from them, or for us to back out of that contract.
Do they have 30 days and we have 60 days notice?
That was gonna be my question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why is there a difference? Why do they get 30 days and we have to give 60?
I believe that was from years gone by.
No, I don't remember.
So that's
I
why
thought
I
it
would
was the same.
say, we're at that point right now to where April 1 would come in. Where's that 60 days? So we could say, we're not gonna provide that and then go to try to do a new contract if possible.
I noticed on the second to last whereas is that we will revisit this service agreement yearly. But one of the things that I believe there's been a problem in the past is that there's been this, you didn't get to us soon enough. Are we diaring our system to get a hold of them 120 days in advance or whatever timeline that they want us to?
So the way that I feel about this is they're asking us to contract for them. So they should be coming to us and asking. We shouldn't be going and seeking from them. We can help them out with what we're gonna provide them, but they should be the ones asking for that.
In other words, if they don't come to us, we don't go out there.
No, we've made that recommendation to them. I gave them several recommendations. Now we're just waiting to hear back if they want to take one of those recommendations or not.
So what if they don't take it by April? I mean, we have to do our budgeting, so we kind of need to know how much they're going to be paying.
I would say at this point right now that we should budget on bringing in nothing.
We're doing that.
Bringing in nothing and not having that contract with
So
them.
what deadline, do we have a deadline for them if they don't get back to us that we will give them our 60 days notice?
I think we should probably give that immediately.
The 60 days notice?
Mhm.
Before the end of March.
So
Because
this
really-
contract was for what term then?
This one was
And
through
they-
this fiscal year to April 1st of 2026.
Because this should already be in the works right now.
Correct.
Right, because we're almost 60
Right.
days out from
And
April
it's
1st.
really not right that we're determining this at the end of our fiscal year.
Right.
What, was there discussion
did
about what
service.
this looks like 90 days from now? Or
We
was this
spoke
just
with
dealing
them.
the Past.
We spoke with them early on,
Last
what
April.
was it?
We just met with.
But originally.
But we had originally met with them
Yes.
in April of last year.
So
This has
we're
been
we're
going on for
basically just
years.
wrapping up something that is in arrears.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
And so we don't have an agreement, or they
No.
haven't submitted an agreement to us. And so, to your point, to move this along, we should send them per the contract or per the agreement, a notice to quit.
Correct. Correct.
So let me ask you this, so are we going to be dispatched first?
No.
So they call us in
Mhm.
and we say, no, we're not coming?
No, we would still provide mutual aid, but it's based on what we can handle at that time. So the MABUS system, it creates a mutual aid agreement with all fire departments. So in that area, if they call us for mutual aid for a medical, we have to be responsible for our community. So until we have staff that can handle our community and that call, then we would send responders.
So there would be a delay if
There
we
would
were
be a
waiting.
delay. Same thing for a
for-
fire incident. We would, the MABUS agreement for all of the fire departments is if you call mutual aid for, let's just say, an engine, you are expected to send an engine with the manpower that the seats provide. Because ours is a 4-seat engine, we would provide 3 people. Most likely what I would like to try to do, and I can set that policy, is that we would send 2 people with the tanker because it's outside of the hydrant area. And it gives them 3,000 gallons of water immediately with 2 firefighters.
But that would not be emptying our station.
And that would not be empty, because that would be all that they would do.
But this was primary. We were primary to go to draw more work,
Mhm.
right? Out in the village.
And so just to give you an idea, one of the proposals that I gave them was is basically a flat fee of $5,000 a year. It put into play the services at broken down into EMS calls and fire calls. So it would be, and this is all based on an average, EMS calls would be $80 per call, and then fire calls would be just shy of 500.
In addition to the flat fee?
No,
Oh,
it averaged out
I gotcha.
to about $5,000 per year.
Tim, I have a question for you. So could we have a motion? Could I make a motion that would approve this agreement as is? And also include sending the letter of termination immediately?
I think that makes sense.
Okay, I'll make that motion to approve the agreement as presented and that we send a letter of 60 days notice immediately too.
Well, have we been paid for this yet?
That's what the,
So
this
this
what
is-
the initial one will make.
If we have not,
But this is in arrears.
exactly.
Right.
Would we send the termination letter before or after we get paid?
Well, we gotta meet the 60 days.
Right.
Oh, but
They know that they are owing us.
Yes.
And that was the fact of making sure that we changed the wording to meet what they wanted for this year so we could get that money. Because that's how they wanted to pay that off. They wanted to make sure that that gets paid because they have received the bill that you sent.
Need to follow up with them. After the board made this decision.
Yeah, I'll support that motion.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Treasurer Ellery Summers.
Yes.
Trustee Kroll,
Yes.
Trustee Reiner.
yes,
Trustee Polly.
Yes.
Trustee Lappin.
Yes.
Clerk Palovich, yes. Supervisor Kujabaski.
Yes. Okay. Moving on to the water tower security, this is just gonna be an update. We have the camera up in place at the 32 tower, and the M32 tower.
Oh, okay.
and it
And-
works.
Yeah, it works. I'm able to monitor it.
So this is through AT&T
Yes, 318
at no cost.
at no cost.
And are we getting cameras for the other two?
I am going to evaluate how the service works and then
Okay.
we'll make that determination.
Okay.
But my last interaction with their rep from FirstNet, she seemed agreeable to providing cameras
more.
as long as we could. Yep.
Perfect.
How does it get monitored?
I
On
had,
your phone?
yep.
Or if you're at your desk on your computer? or-
it's on my phone. I have an app on my phone.
Oh.
So does it take pictures of movement?
It records if there is movement and it sends me a notification and then I can view it at any time,
Okay, cool.
which I'm happy to share that with anybody who wants to see. Any questions?
Is that just on M32, did you say?
Yeah, right now we're
Okay,
starting it on M32. That was the tower that had the issues with it.
okay.
So that's our trial tower. Okay. Item number C, ordinance number 160, the sanitary sewer and water ordinance amendment.
Talked about that at your last board meeting. The board introduced proposed ordinance number 160, which amends the sewer and water ordinance. And the amendment is to section 19.2. The amended reading language would read, all water meters shall be read by the township either monthly or quarterly at the township's discretion. Water and sewage billing shall be rendered either monthly or quarterly at the township's discretion and shall become due and payable on or before the 15th of the month. And this was done following your discussion about providing more flexibility so that you'd have the option as a board to decide whether monthly or quarterly billings are the best route. And also commercial customers, maybe monthly and others maybe quarterly, whatever the board determines. But right now, we're just building in the flexibility into the ordinance. So at this point, if the board wishes to follow through with adopting this, it'd be a motion to adopt ordinance number 160.
So this is the day we just approved it last time, but we didn't adopt it, right?
Introduced it.
Yeah.
Then we,
All right, so I'll make that motion.
Okay. Thanks.
I'll support it.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Kroll,
Yes.
trustee Reiner.
Yes.
Trustee Polly.
Yes.
Trustee Lappin.
Yes.
Clerk Palovich, yes. Treasurer Ellery Summers.
Yes.
Supervisor Kujabaski.
Yes.
So if we wanted to change back to quarterly, we would have to do a resolution or a motion. How would we do that?
It'd be a motion now. And then remember, we at the same time, we should be ready to revise the rates and the schedule of rates. Because I think the math will change.
Right, for
in
the
there,
service
too.
charge.
Yeah, and that's a resolution. So if you give me a heads up at a future meeting or a special meeting that we're going to discuss this or address it, I'll have a resolution ready. But we're gonna want those rates and charges, that schedule to be.
Okay, I would like to discuss this at maybe the next meeting, because I still, like this morning, the first phone call I got was someone complaining that their bill was for $1,600 and it's normally not that much. It's usually like 200 or something. So I still think we're having issues with this, so I'd like to keep it on old business for the next meeting.
And I can do just a resolution, so
Okay.
I'll have it ready for future meetings.
Okay,
And then you just wanna keep in mind, you've got that schedule of rates.
right,
And so if you think it's gonna be an agenda topic, then
get it
get it,
updated.
yeah.
Yep, okay.
Okay.
So do we need a motion to keep it going along and you'll just keep adding it to the agenda?
I'll just,
Keep adding.
we'll just keep it on.
Yeah.
Old business.
Moving on to new business, item number 1. So the budget adjustments are as presented, and in front of you, you should have a paper for additional budget adjustments.
Yeah, I saw that got slid in at the last minute.
And then there's also a couple from the fire department that need to be slipped in. We need to move $125 from communications equipment to dues and membership is what the chief would like. So that would be another one. That's the GL.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's in addition to what we have in front of us?
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
I'll make a motion to make the budget adjustments as presented. Or
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Reiner,
Okay.
trustee Polly,
Yes.
trustee Lappin,
yes.
clerk Palovich, yes. Treasurer Ellery Summers.
Yes.
Trustee Kroll,
Yes.
Supervisor Kujabaski.
Yes. Item number two, working through. Item number two is the Alpena County Land Conveyance. Tim, I'll let you.
For Island Drive?
Yes.
The Island Drive is the southernmost road in my neighborhood, Fair Point Harbor subdivision. And we have a lift station there, the township does. And running south of that lift station into the wilderness is a sewer line that runs toward Cartridge Point. And your excellent F&B representative, Nathan, located that and all the manholes that run the length of that. It runs south and then it runs west toward US 23. And it's functional, it's crucial for the system. It works, but that might not be the case forever. So the department needs to be able to access that for any repairs. And right now it's a jungle. And so Abby and Nathan and I had a title search done. All right, who owns the land? It's Fairpoint Harbor Inc. And Fairpoint Harbor Inc. conveyed an easement for a right of way for utility purposes to the Alpena County Department of Public Works
Alpena County.
a long time ago. And not to the township, so that caught our attention. We were happy there was an easement on record through Nathan's work. Dug everything up that we needed. So we approached the county. Jesse, the manager at the county, was very helpful. And then we attended County Board of Commissioners meeting. They were very helpful. I explained it as I am right now. And I said, will you please assign that easement? It has language in there that it can be assigned from the county to anybody. I said, please assign it to Alpena Township, who owns the sewer line and needs to access that and work on it and not have any legal issues. Sure, we have a prescriptive easement, been there forever. We just haven't accessed it besides figuring out where it is. So the plan, so we've got the assignment.
How wide is it? 20 feet?
I believe it's either 12 or 12.
And
You don't make a 2-lane road. Oh.
so now that we've got the assignment in place, now we can, with your own engineering's help, determine precisely the dimensions and location of the easement, and then look into carving out a path in there so equipment, in case there's an emergency, in case it needs to be serviced, before something goes wrong. So we're on track for that. So good news.
Yeah.
Found the easement. And,
It's been surveyed, right?
it's in the township's hands now. We're gonna have Abby and Michelle sign the document tonight and I'll get it recorded. Yeah, we're good.
Does it require anything of us?
No. Nope, there is.
Sooner or later, there'll be an expenditure to clear that. and we'll
Yeah.
Deal with it then.
The next item.
Look at item number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, moving right along.
Nothing's required for number 2 except listening to me here. And number 3 is Huron Engineering Survey. And that's who Nathan has contacted, who's worked with before to help nail down the exact location, the exact dimensions, and exactly what would be needed.
Yeah, and in your board packets, you have some very pretty pictures I made from Google Maps of, we actually located every single one of these manholes in this woods. I mean, it was about a 2.5-year project to get this all done when we had downtime between meter reads and water breaks and etc. So we actually located every single one of these manholes and put our own GPS coordinates and coordinates on them, which we're just using our phones for that. For the accuracy of that, it's not great, not like Huron Engineering or another survey company would be able to provide. But it was a great starting point for us to get this ball rolling. So what we can see from the township maps that were given to us This was laid in the late 70s. The maps were created in the 77, but that doesn't mean they wasn't laid in 77. It could have been laid in 78, 79, etc. But at that point, we're closing on 50 years of this sewer main being in use and not being looked at.
You never had to go into that,
No.
what-
So really the only reason we found out about this is we had a mistake in the area for some former F&V staff, and he asked questions about it. I'm like, I don't know this answer, and so we started looking into it more and more. I contacted previous DPW workers and said, yeah, this sits back there. We don't know where it is, which is always a very encouraging thing to hear.
This is wetlands?
Yeah, I'm not technical enough to make that determination myself.
Yeah.
The rumor I hear, which is an Alpena rumor, so pinch of salt, is when they were developing these extra channels, they were going to develop it for more homes to come in. But the Army Corps of Engineers called in and told them, hey, you guys can't build here. We're now deeming this a wetland. The issue is the township already laid its sewer main through this area that's in active use. Far as we can tell, we have probably a couple hundred residents that feed into the sewer main that comes into this lift station. So it's not something we can abandon and just like say, good luck. We can, but there's going to be some repercussions. So we did track through his woods, and we recently took F&V staff back through there again to let them know, hey, this is where this at. And it looks much worse now that we had the ice storm. So we have a lot more things toppled over, but we were able to use our GPS coordinates that I put in last year to locate all of these manholes and trace it back to US 23 South, starting from Island Drive lift station.
This is our new bike lane.
That could be the hope. But as Steve was alluding to, yes, I mean, we'll have to get this land cleared and have a service road installed. So just talking offhand to a couple different contractors in the area, I've had 4 people express interest in this project for us. So obviously this is something we're going to be looking to get the board's opinion on and board's approval on for bidding this out. For the survey work itself, we only were able to get the bid from Huron Engineering. The ones we worked with in the past for different engineering stuff within the township, I've asked within F&V, we were interested for it, and we just, the timing for it and the price for it, we just couldn't beat the local competitor, which I'm always happy to lose someone local to the Alpena area for our projects. And plus, they're literally right around the corner from this lift station, so they don't have to go very far. So hopefully you can save on some mobilization costs. Any other questions?
Where's the water lines?
So there is no water main that goes through there. Right at that lift station, according to our prints and valves I found, there's an 8-inch water main that they stubbed off the main water main coming from Island Drive to feed that area, but never actually fed it into that neighborhood. So there's just a 20-foot chunk of pipe that's stubbed off to have future expansion.
Well,
So they don't get one that is the sewer service.
Well, everybody's affecting that, but through that woods and everything like that, there is no water, just the sewer main. Most of the people who are feeding into the sewer are US 23 residents. So it'd be pretty much everybody south of Wayne Road, and the north of essentially Partridge Point Road would be feeding to this area on both sides of US 23. That includes homes, businesses.
But you're saying they get water?
Yeah,
Through a main
yes.
that runs-
Yep. We have water mains that run on both sides of US 23 in that area.
interesting.
Any other
So what do you
questions?
need?
So for what I will need from you guys is to approve this bid from Huron Engineering to do the survey work.
I thought they'd already done it.
No, the survey work has not been done. Norm?
I mentioned to Tanya today, but this is another one of our surprises that we have, that we just, every once in a while, we get one, we don't know what it's gonna be, but fortunately, we're able to take care of this, and nothing happened in the meantime. So we gotta move forward.
We had a surprise a number of years ago. All the lift stations were owned by the Alpena County Department of Public Works. And that was done, I think, in connection with bond or grant funding, something. And it just never got shipped back to the township. So we got that corrected with the county's cooperation, and they cooperated again. So no problem.
Left them with it.
Yeah, it seemed the county was more than happy to give the township the sewer easement. They had no issues with that.
Yeah, I bet not.
This be paid out of professional contractual services.
Do we have the line item with the money in it? In this fiscal year?
Yeah, it's 801-000-592-537.
The question about the money, Russ, that's always the question, isn't it?
Hmm?
I said the question about the money, that's always the question, isn't it?
Right.
I'll make a motion to approve. You're in engineering for 4,900.
Roll call.
Yes, I got norms.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Polly,
Yeah.
trustee Lappin,
Yes.
clerk Flavich, yes. Treasurer Ellery Summers.
Yes.
Trustee Kroll, trustee Reiner.
Yes.
Supervisor Kujabaski.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Item number 4 on the agenda is the appointments to the Board of Review, Zoning Board, Board of Appeals, and the Planning Commission. So we recently had some resignations and some term turnovers. I will start with the Board of Review. I was able to speak with somebody who has accepted the Board of Review position if the board so chooses. That person, Fortner, she was recommended by our clerk.
Did you
I
say
spoke with her.
Jane?
Jane.
Yep, I spoke with her today. She said she would be interested.
How do you spell her last name?
FOR.
TNI.
Yep. Thanks.
Weren't you?
Do you want me to do these individually?
Yeah, she do each
Okay.
of these individually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she bring, like, does she know?
Did you say-
About board review, or is she?
She doesn't know anything about the Board of Review. I've explained to her the term, the meetings that she'll need to go to and the required training.
What, will she be on a 2-year term?
She will. Yes. Yes, she would be on a 2-year term, as she'd be taking Kathy's position in her term.
Jane is very thorough.
Kathy is actually taking half one more year.
Classes.
She'd be taking over Kathy's.
Yeah,
term.
so can she finish that out?
She'd finish out
Okay,
Kathy's.
so it would just be a 1 year, finishing on 12/31 of 26.
On what?
12/31 of 26.
Okay. So do we need a motion to accept that?
Yeah.
I'll make the motion to accept Jane Fortner's appointment.
Any other discussion? All those in favor of accepting Jane Fortner
You can say aye.
into the position of Board of Review member signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose the same. Motion carried. Thank you. The next,
So does that, now you have 3 for board of review?
yes.
Okay, good.
Praise the Lord. As you know, the Board of Review comes in March, and so that's time
gotta get her
sensitive.
trained,
Yeah.
right.
And there are trainings available for her. There's one online or several online, and then the in-person one in Gaylord. And I'll talk to her more about that the coming week here. As far as the Zoning Board of Appeals, we have a 4-member board, and Russ, you're the board liaison for that.
Mhm.
Of the 4 members, 3 signified that they would be interested in reappointment, and 1 has stepped down. I do not have a replacement for that position yet. So if anybody knows somebody who might be interested in being on the Zoning Board of Appeals,
Who
please
did
feel.
we lose?
Steve Dean.
Hmm?
Steve Dean stepped down.
He's the chair.
Yep. So do you want me to do these ones individually as well?
Are we gonna put that out on, even for any of these, was it on our
Yeah, it was
website that
on-
we're seeking?
And Facebook and stuff.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, I've seen it. I've shared it.
Yep.
You're
I
not
still
looking at my
haven't seen it.
Facebook?
I don't know, it's not coming on my.
Yeah.
We had 2 or 3 meetings real close together, and then we haven't met in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
So do we have to do all of them
But we're
separate?
gonna do them all together.
Okay,
So, I'll.
this
move
is for the planning commission?
No, it's
The
this
zoning
zoning
board.
board.
Oh.
DBA.
CBA. So I move to reappoint Tom Hilberg, Sue Skibby, and Andrea Dutcher to their positions on the Zoning Board of Appeals. Those are,
Tom's on the
3-year.
planning commission, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the
he's the
liaison.
Oh, I didn't know he was on zoning board. Okay.
Kyle Sport.
okay,
So
it'd be a 3-year term, correct?
Yeah, whatever, they're.
So it'd be
Yep.
123 of 26 to 123 of 29. And then again, we still have an open position, so if there is anybody that you know that's interested, please have them
Just
get a
give
hold
it
of
with
me.
the other person.
Yes.
To 123 or 29. Okay.
Um,
He's the liaison from the planning commission.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't remember
Right.
ever being there.
So we need a motion.
I made the motion.
Oh.
Nancy, support.
I'll support it.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of reappointing 3 people as discussed signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Thank you. The last board is the planning commission. We did have a member step down from the planning commission as well. And in her place, I would like to appoint Chad Etch to her position, would be to complete her term ending 10/28 of 27.
10/28
of 27.
Okay.
That's good.
Can do the appointment at the same time.
Yep.
And then also reappoint Stender for a 3-year term ending 11/22 of 28.
Sport.
So Abby made the motion. Sure. And Steve supported.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor of appointing these 2 people to the planning commission, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. Thank you. Motion carried.
Election wages, of course, everybody knows this is an election year. We need to increase so that our election inspectors are not making less than minimum wage. So I am recommending that we increase each of the different positions an additional $1 an hour. So chairman would be 17, co-chairs 15, inspectors 14. We have went down from 5 precincts to 4 precincts, so we will have less inspection workers this year too. And the ones in precinct 4 will be working a little harder since we've added a lot of people to that precinct.
Was that the one I worked?
Yes,
Sure.
yes, it's the one. Yeah, it's not the littlest one anymore. It's the biggest precinct now.
So you combined those two?
Yeah.
Hmm.
4 and
So
5.
you made the motion.
I'll make that motion. Yes.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Kroll,
Yes.
trustee Reiner,
Yes.
trustee Polly,
Yes.
trustee Lappin.
Yes.
Clerk Plavich, yes. Treasurer Ellery Summers.
Yes.
Supervisor Kujabaski.
Yes. Motion carried. Item number 6, the treasurer's office staffing.
I just want to inform the board that my office will be short-staffed beginning March 9th until approximately April 17th. And former employee Kelly Cuava has been contacted and is willing to come in and help out. She would work an average of 25 hours a week. So I'm just asking the board's permission to rehire Kelly as a part-time employee for that time frame.
I'll make the motion.
Sport.
Any discussion?
What happens after April 17th and how much are we paying?
Then we're not short-staffed anymore.
What's that?
What was your question?
What happens after April 17th?
Then we're not short-staffed anymore.
Was somebody, why are we?
Somebody will be out on medical leave.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. All right. And then I take it as a rehire, what does that mean? They get-
Because she worked here.
I know that, but I mean, you get, what's your hourly rate? What?
It'll be the same that she was making. when
She
she
was,
retired. Right.
okay, but no.
No benefits, just
Right.
the hour pay.
Any discussion?
Trustee Reiner,
Yes.
trustee Polly,
Yes.
trustee Lappin,
Yes.
clerk Plavich, yes. Treasurer Ellery Summers,
Yes.
trustee Kroll,
Yes.
supervisor Kujabaski.
Yes. Motion carried.
Step forward.
Okay. Next you have, in front of you from policies of the fire department. Went through the policy review committee for some updates on the paid on call policy. The biggest change in this is to, because of the current staffing issues, requesting to increase the hourly rate when paid on call members are covering full-time shifts. That it would reach the point of the same as what the full-time staff make after their first year on. Most of our paid on call staff, or all of the paid on call staff that can work these hours have been on the department for more than 2 years and meet the qualifications and standards to be eligible for this kind of pay rate. And I think it is a great incentive to for them to fill in for those open shifts. Cause right now, as we go through this, we were able to fill December and January's as we have had our resignations come about. February is not looking really well. We've put out as much as we could to everybody, and they have commitments to family. I've got the full-time have commitments to not working over so many hours. Plus, we don't want to burn them out in a short time. So this would be more of that incentive. Currently in February, we have about 10 shifts that are open, whether they be 24-hour shifts or potentially 12-hour shifts at a certain station. So without this kind of incentive, I don't think we would get the response that we have been getting from our paid on call, because this was a direct result from their request at the fire department advisory committee meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the policy as presented.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Go ahead, I'll second that, but I wanna maybe ask you why one thing is the way it is. So in 2.1, increased flat rate incentive call pay, you've got going from $26 for the first hour to 35. But if they have a second hour or more.
No,
get
that's in the next one.
Oh, it is?
Policy, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is that one of the ones we're talking about or not?
We're
No.
talking about the one that says paid on call pay.
Okay.
It's the first one that we're just
Okay.
talking about.
I won't ask you.
Do you still support this one?
I do.
Okay.
Okay, any other discussion? Roll call please.
Trustee Polly,
Yeah.
trustee Lappin,
Yes.
clerk Plavich, yes. Treasurer Ellery Summers.
Yes.
Trustee Kroll,
Yes.
Trustee Reiner.
Yes.
Supervisor Kozibowski.
Yes. Motion carried. Next policy.
Now, the next policy.
Ready, Russ? Get ready.
For this,
No, I think
this
might
one
be a-
is more of a premium or a holiday. We're terming it premium, but it is, if you want to look at it as a holiday premium for paid on call members that will cover open full-time shifts, that they would get time and a half for hours worked. Or the paid on call that are responding from home. Changing their time from $26 an hour at the flat rate to $35 an hour at the flat rate, with still having the increment after that hour at $15 an hour per quarter hour.
And these are on holidays, right?
Only the
Only the ones listed.
only the stated holidays,
Listed.
and they're
Oh.
listed in the policy.
So my question on that was not too big a deal, but it
Mhm.
was, because it probably isn't gonna happen that often, but they have a second hour when they're called in, they're just gonna get paid the 15.
It's the incentive to get them out to the call initially, because most of the calls, if you noted in the report from the fire department,
Unless-
over 80% of the calls were medicals that took about 15 minutes.
Yeah,
And for timekeeping and pay purposes, to keep that at that same would be, I think,
but if they're
The
called out to a
advantage.
fire,
mhm.
holiday.
I have a
Yes.
question, just because I know this is gonna come up when we do payroll. So they would get, on a holiday, if they're covering a 24-hour shift, they would get the time and a half pay.
Correct.
So does that time and a half start at midnight? Or does it start when the shift starts at 7 to the following? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
It would be looked at upon the same as what the full timers are. So I would say
So if I was
if it
covering a
was,
shift before a holiday, if I was like covering a shift on July 3rd, I would not get time and a half. Even from midnight till 7 on July 4th, but the person coming in on July 4th would get the time and a half.
that's how I would look at it, is that shift that starts on the
Okay.
holiday.
And then how would it work for the $35? Does that start at midnight or does that start at 7 in the morning? These
It
are
would
questions we're gonna get.
Sure. I think it would be, yeah, right. I just looked at it as, yeah, I looked at it as the time of,
If someone's gonna
of
say,
the shift.
he doesn't say what time, and I took a call at 5:30 in the morning, so I should get this, and if we could just add a line that states that somewhere in here, it'll be clear
Sure.
for Haley and I when we're doing payroll.
Sure.
So approve it as presented, but add that.
Add a
there.
line of
So it can
what
be-
time the premium pay starts.
And I would be open to suggestions to state that, because then you get into, say, New Year's Eve,
New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
because then it stops right at midnight. Right? So, but then New Year's Day is,
So that would.
so it
that would just
continues
go-
on, right? So I guess we would look at, when does that actual holiday start?
Well, no, because if it stops at midnight on New Year's Eve and it doesn't start till 7 AM on New Year's Day, there's gonna be that period, the 12 hour
Right,
period.
well, that's
So
what I'm
New Year's Eve
saying
would go
is,
From 7 AM, New Year's Eve to 7 AM, New Year's Day. New Year's Day would go 7 AM, New Year's Day,
7
day, January 2nd.
or
would
we
give-
could just start it right at that actual date. Where at 12:01, July 4th, you start at
So
that
somebody might
point
get
till
shift at
midnight.
Premium rate and part of shift not. That would be the easiest, I think. for
Well,
keeping track,
for,
but
for those responding from home, because when we look at, I think
I
the,
think we need to specify that.
the shifts would be based on that time, right? Just like they are now,
Okay.
that they get the time of 7 AM to 7 AM.
So this is really just applying to a paid on call who's coming more than likely from home or from work or wherever. But if there's somebody
For the
already
hour.
on the shift,
Correct.
the clock started ticking before the holiday. Got it.
Right.
Right.
Okay. And, all right.
Yeah, because I think we look at, if they're covering a shift, we
Yeah.
look at it as that shift
Right, as a 7 AM.
and not
to
at
7 a.m.
midnight
That was the-
starting. But maybe
But
with
if they're
the,
doing an on.
if they're
call,
coming from home,
it would start at midnight.
I think we
to
should do midnight to
Okay.
midnight.
That makes more sense to me.
It does to me too.
But you don't see a
So
need to add the second hour if they have a call in for fire. Pay them extra for the holiday.
Oh, I think that would be a great incentive. I just don't know how complicated that could get into payroll and everything else when we start upping those.
Did you have
And
a-
I'm open to
I think
any of
that's
the
something-
suggestion,
Discuss too during budgets and look at how that can impact the budget.
because it could have a drastic increase in the budget. Depending on, what happens during those holidays. Typically, we have seen holidays of 10 or more calls in a day.
I remember working a 24-hour shift on a New Year's Eve and I didn't get his first call until 12:30
Yeah.
AM.
Yeah.
But then I was going the whole night making up the rig in the back.
Right. And again, I think this is a great opportunity to start that discussion and that process where we can evaluate in this next upcoming budget year, what would that actually have looked like? If we want to change it to the next increment.
But I think this is a good idea, but the one question that I do have, and maybe I'm missing something, but if there's if a call goes out and 10 volunteers come in because they know it's gonna be $35 an hour, who calls, who says, we don't need y'all?
We're not turning any of them away.
Okay.
We need the staffing.
We don't have 10 paid on call that are gonna be responding.
Uh,
So there's that.
Wishful.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to think of unintended consequences, I guess.
Sure, no, and you know, we've set in some other policy of stating that where you're limiting, if there's a need, they get called back and the call's canceled, that they still respond to the station and they help clean up or do whatever else to get that money, right?
Okay,
To be
fair.
eligible for that
That's fair.
and to say that they've done something for it, and not just started the vehicle and walked back to their front door. So to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah.
So are you looking for a motion, Abby?
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve the policy.
With the changes.
With the change.
changes on times.
You know what those changes are, right?
Yes, that shifts will go from 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. the next day. And for paid on calls, emergency calls, it'll go from midnight, the day of the holiday, through midnight.
All right, I'll second.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Lappin,
Yes.
Clerk Flavich, yes. Treasurer Ellery Summers.
Yes.
Trustee Kroll,
Yes.
Trustee Reiner.
Yes.
Trustee Polly.
Yes.
Supervisor Kozibowski.
Yes. Motion carried. Next, item number 9, the IAFF memo of understanding.
Okay, I believe this is the memo to where our firefighters currently, our full-time staff are unable to use much of their PTO time. They would like to carry that forward and be able to use the PTO by July,
July 1st, 2027.
yes. And because they have a limited number to carry over every year, they could exceed it, and I believe the clerk has numbers that would let you know what that's gonna look like.
One person would be carrying over 16 hours and the other person, I think it's about 56. But they really can't take a lot of PTO right now because of being short-staffed, and there's no reason that we should. It's either use it or lose it. I don't think that's fair when we can't let them use it.
I'll make a motion, we approve the PTO time limits MOU as presented.
Or,
Go ahead.
You got it.
Sure. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Clerk Flavich, yes. Treasurer Ellery Summers.
Yes.
Trustee Kroll,
Yes.
Trustee Reiner.
Yes.
Trustee Polly.
Yes.
Trustee Lappin.
Yes.
Supervisor Kozibowski.
Yes. Motion carried. Item number 10, the fire department resignations.
Okay, you should have received 2 resignation notices from Lieutenant Watterson on his retirement. And then for firefighter Luke Meisner as a resignation. So Lieutenant Watterson did retire and firefighter Meisner moved to another municipality. With that, the resignations, I would like to let you know that we are moving forward with hiring, and I would like to introduce our newest hiree, if that's okay with you, and to take just a minute so we can do a quick pinning. Today we gather to welcome and officially swear in a new member of our fire department family. Firefighter Dylan Romstad has completed the necessary some of the necessary training, demonstrated courage, commitment, and integrity required to serve our community. Dylan, can you please step forward? And we're gonna do a pinning, then he'll go around and shake everybody's hand. So please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and uphold the Constitution of the United States and the laws of the state of Michigan, the ordinances of the Charter Township of Alpena, that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of a firefighter to the best of my ability,
of firefighter to the best of my ability,
and that I will serve with honor,
that I will serve with honor,
integrity,
integrity,
and dedication
and dedication
to the protection of life and property.
to the protection of life and property.
Congratulations, Dylan. Now, you want somebody to pin you?
Yes. See, you just agreed.
You've been looking forward to this.
Okay. Yeah, careful, okay?
You can come up here.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to get down on a knee? Really sharp. Jam.
You can come over here. Shall always remember this.
Good job.
Great job. What's your daughter's name?
Mila.
Hi, Mila.
I mean,
Congratulations.
Okay, so here, you gotta stand with your dad, Mila. With this badge, you are entrusted with the responsibility and privilege of serving as a firefighter. Wear it with pride and let it remind you of the trust placed in you by this department and the community. Welcome to the team. I'd like to.
Make sure you go shake the. Congratulations. Good job, Ava.
Good job.
So as well as those resignations, the hiring of Dylan, last board meeting, we had talked about the possibility of moving up Wyatt Smith from paid on call. I don't know exactly where we're still at in that process, but I had put together some information as far as so we did hear back from Med Control. And their statement is that without having a license, it is basically don't touch. You can do what you're certified to do, which is CPR, help move patients, but it would give him that that experience of going on calls, not only just in the EMS realm, but in the fire realm. I think we'd together a couple different things of, is it worth being able to bring him in full time now? Or we just try to give him a continuous shifts or hours as a paid on call or part-time person, with it more of a guarantee once he passes in his license that we would hold a spot for him. I do have three candidates currently. I'll be contacting them this week to set up interviews for next week, hopefully, if it matches with everybody's schedule, to try to get more individuals to come. I've been contacted by several others that either don't meet qualifications or they cannot work 24-hour shifts, that they would like to come in and help. However, we would still have to employ them and have to go through that process to do it. It's not just easy as handing over a key and say, unlock the door and come in. We have to go through those processes. So, not sure where we want to stand on the instance with Dylan. I'm not sure if, or with Wyatt.
Sorry, Dylan.
Sorry, Dylan. So I'll leave that up to, I don't know what was found out.
I thought we were waiting
Yeah, I think we're gonna hold off on that. We'll table.
Okay.
it.
until we get something in writing from, I thought we were gonna get something in writing from Med Control.
Med control.
Did we get
I
it?
just don't have it.
It was, I did get it and I put it
Oh.
in, so I just got it yesterday.
Oh,
But it was the statement on putting him in as regular shifts without benefits was put in anticipation of not being able to do that. So if that was something that you'd want to look at, we can get the information out for that.
So as a full-time person, he cannot
Yeah.
plan a station without someone else there.
Correct.
So Chief, I think that we'll schedule a personnel meeting and have
Okay.
a discussion about that.
we do still need to accept these resignations. Can we accept them both with one motion? So I'll make a motion that we accept Scott Watterson's resignation effective January 18th and Luke Meisner's effective January 20th.
Support. Go ahead, whoever said it.
Any other discussion? All those in favor of accepting the resignations of Lieutenant Scott Watterson and firefighter Luke Meisner, please signify by saying aye.
All right.
Oppose.
No,
I was like, wait a minute, there's only two people that said aye.
Oh, let's just try this one again.
All those in favor of accepting the resignations of Lieutenant Scott Watterson and firefighter Luke Meisner, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose the same. Thank you.
I don't want to accept any resignation.
I don't want to accept it either.
Once we get into the next one,
Yeah, this-
just a quick update, if you didn't get a chance to look over some of the highlights from last year in the report. This is a nationwide trend that calls were up. We've seen an increase of 15.5% in our call volume, and that's nationwide. I've seen all different kinds of numbers ranging from, it's typically 13% to 20% increases in call volumes. And I don't think that is a trend that is going to slow down.
Is that because we're aging?
I think there is some of that, yes. And I believe that some of that too relates to what we would typically see as an abuse of the EMS system. Also, talked about the close call that we had in December. Our cameras came into play in that, our dash cams of the vehicles that recorded the event that did happen. So we were able to use that information and take it into training, put it in part of the report, and then that goes into the national database as well for near misses. Had some significant training that went on. Obviously, the entire department, the training hours were up, and I see that as a tendency of growing, and we're going to continue on that pace. We're having some issues right now with our Fire Rescue Academy training, the online. There was some issues with Lexipol trying to figure that out because that's a key piece for us. We were able to do a lot of training before we lost that access with the full-time staff during the day. So that was a significant issue. And then we were able to run some numbers that kind of broke down. You'll see in the one sheet, you should have that talks about who made the most calls, who had the most training hours for paid on call personnel. So I wanted to recognize a couple people. Kevin Galloway responded to 498 calls for the year. And then he tied with Matt Klemchek for the number of total hours in training. So they're meeting and exceeding the training requirements that are set by the state. They almost meet the training in 1 year that the state requires in 3 years. Mhm.
Chief, do we have I thought we had a minimum number of calls people had to make?
We do not have a minimum number of
Okay.
calls, but there is a minimum number of trainings that you must make.
And did everybody make the minimum?
No,
Are we addressing that with? the
Yes.
individual?
So getting into the hose testing, in front of you, you'll have the contract that is with the National Hose Testing Standardized Inc., I think is what they're called. This is to continue to have that company do our hose testing, our ladder testing, and now they did add a Obviously, it's a fee, but we can get some of our nozzles and our appliances hydrostatic tested. That could be something that we would look into, but we need to be able to give them the okay of saying that, yes, we would like to continue using them. And that's by February 18th, and we can determine what we want to do in that time frame. But ladder testing is a guarantee. We cannot do the ladder testing ourselves. Hose testing, it is very, very intensive for staffing to try to complete. It can be hazardous as if the hoses fail, they rupture under pressure. So they take on all that liability. They come up and do it in a day when it may take us months to do on our own. And then we would have to continue to get our equipment that is used to do that fixed and then serviced as well. So my recommendation would be to continue using this company because it keeps that record and tracks it well. Yes,
How often do we have hose testing?
annually.
What about nozzles? Have we done that every?
No. And that's a new service that they are providing. So it would be a great thing to do to see where we're at with our stuff. We had a company come in and evaluate the packages that we do currently have on the trucks to see what our flow rates are. We need some changes.
What's hydrostatic? What does that mean
It there's a lot that goes into it. It's to keep the pressure in that system to make sure that the water that's flowing through it, it's not, has any issues with, increased friction loss. Cause every time the hose hits something and turns or manipulates and moves through a valve, there's friction loss.
Thanks. I learned something now.
Do you really understand
It's like it loses its
Right,
direction.
yes, yep.
Just out of curiosity. have
Yes, sir.
you Asked any other municipalities in the area that clearly need this done as well, maybe there's a cost share that benefits everyone?
Yes, so last year we partnered with Presqu'île for our ladder testing. It doesn't give us per se a deal. They paid their own ladders to be tested, but they came to us. So Presqu'île brought their ladders and tested them in our facility with the people that were here. So it didn't cost them any type of fee for them to come up. And I think they wrap that all into their cost.
Okay.
Because there really isn't anything that says, like when we do, when the trucks get serviced, the mechanic charges us a fee to come to us to do that. I don't believe from what I saw in the billing for them that there was a fee for them to come up here.
But there was for us.
No, that there was no
was
fee
no fee
for,
for us.
they don't include that in that.
Okay.
So that's why there really isn't a cost share type deal, because you're paying per foot. That's how they break it down.
Yeah.
But we could look at, so the hydrostatic testing of appliances and nozzles, I believe it was for 50 different appliances. It's a set price. And I would look at, maybe we don't need to have 50 items tested. Maybe we could partner in with Maple Ridge or Wilson or Presqu'île, get 50 things that we would really want to get tested and cover that cost.
I understand the logic of trying to keep it, one carrier, one company doing this so that they have continual record going on, but is this a reasonable price?
I believe it is, yes.
Do we have?
For the cost that they're doing it, it's costed per foot for us to do that with our staff. We're paying not only the full-time members that paid on call to come in and help, because it is very labor intensive. If a hose were to burst and hit one of our full-time staff and incapacitate them in some way, shape, or form, they could be out for several weeks, months. So it takes that totally out of the equation.
Thank you. Do we know where these are gonna be paid out of?
Usually we pay them out of professional and contractual services, but this will be in our next fiscal year, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so it's gonna
We've already
be,
had it completed this fiscal year.
Okay, so can we make a motion this year for next year?
It's
have
just
to-
to sign off the contract. This is all that we're doing so we can keep them as our provider.
we just
We'll
need to
just
say
do it
that in
as
the
budget.
motion,
All right.
that,
What's that, Michelle?
we need to say that in the motion that it's,
Just a signature?
yeah, or that it's
I'll
gonna
make a
be
motion
paid
to
in the,
enter into an agreement for the,
Yeah, we're paying,
the National Hose Testing Specialists for the, as spelled out in this contract.
I'll support it.
Any discussion?
Do we know that these are the exact prices for the hose testing and the ground ladder testing? Okay, so it'll be for $4,672.80.
Yeah, they've already know exactly how many feet of hose that we, unless we go out and buy more hose, which I don't anticipate doing.
Which you wouldn't have to get
Well-
tested anyway, right?
Not in the first year,
Yeah.
no.
Any
Don't go
discussion?
buy any hose.
Any other discussion?
Trustee Kroll,
Yes.
trustee Reiner,
yes,
trustee Polly,
Yes.
trustee Lappin.
Yes.
Clerk Plavich, yes. Treasurer Ellery Summers,
Yes.
Supervisor Kujabaski.
Yes. Motion carries.
Okay, and the last one is a pretty simple, easy freebie. All doing is requesting that we become partners with Waldorf University. In there to be a learning partner. Basically what this is, it's a non-binding agreement. That we partner at what's called a silver level. It allows, Waldorf University to give discounts to any staff members of the fire department. It's just putting our name on their list to say that we are supporting Waldorf University in seeking higher education. This would be good for associate's degrees, bachelor degrees, master's degrees, and certificates. Again, there's no cost and it would be open to all fire department personnel so they could go seek higher education.
so they
Is
can
it
become
specific-
clerks at a
Well-
hotel.
What's that?
Is that specific to fire education? Do they offer a bachelor's degree in
It's-
fire science?
They do, but they also would be open to any program that they have.
Well, let me ask you this, why wouldn't we, why would we restrict this just the fire department? Why wouldn't this be for the whole township? If somebody wanted to further their education?
It typically is dealt with by a fire department, but I can see if they would do that.
Okay, well, I
Most
wasn't sure.
likely they would.
Okay, I was just looking at it from a standpoint of it should be the greater good, but
Yep.
if the greater good can't benefit from something that this university offers, then I guess it makes sense.
No, in the dealings that I've had with them so far, I think they would be open because we don't have, 500 employees.
Yeah, I mean, if that's something that the entire township could benefit from, I mean, if somebody wants to get a associates or just continue their education and they get a discount for it, I guess I don't see why we wouldn't want to extend this to any employee of the township.
Sure.
Are these online courses?
Yeah,
Never heard of Waldorf University.
it's an accredited university, otherwise I wouldn't have brought it forward.
Are they located?
I believe their main is out of New York. I just know I worked with an individual that did work here. I'm pursuing my degree through here because they've got an MBA with a fire leadership administration niche.
It's all
So-
online and it's in the Waldorf Astoria Hotel.
Yeah.
Nationwide.
Yeah.
There's others out there that are not accredited that will do online courses, but this is an accredited program.
They're in Forest City, Iowa.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I'll make a motion. We become partners with Waldorf University as a learning partner.
I'll second.
Who seconded? Is that Russ?
He had something to say, but it wasn't gonna say.
Any other discussion? All those in favor of partnering with Waldorf University as a learning partnership under a non-binding agreement of the silver level, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose the same. Motion carried.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Picture there of the facility.
Go ahead, Laura.
I was waiting for a supervisor to bring it up.
Item number 13, the HPC Credit Union item.
The clerk and I, met recently with, the CEO and, two of the uppers at HPC Credit Union. Had a very, very nice, conversation with them. We learned a lot. They're really going gung ho trying to, offer, no fees and, fixed, interest rates. And their customer service, seems like they really upped their game a lot. They wanted to get out of just being a credit union for the employees, like a member-owned credit union. So then they started reaching out to businesses, and now they're reaching out to municipalities, and that's why we met with them. So, and Steve too had also mentioned this in the past, so it's a good idea to meet with them, so thank you for that. They, after talking with them, they will give a 4% rate on whether you do in any investments of 6 months to 24 months, it's all 4%, which is really good. Right now, we were at like 3.66 through HPC. I'm sorry, through Huntington Bank, sorry. We did talk, like I said, about a lot of things. We also talked to them about our credit cards, that we would like to open an account, a minimum of $5 to open an account to establish us as being a member there. With their credit cards, they offer 1% cash back, and right now we're with PNC, and it's not the most user-friendly bank to deal with credit cards. So at this point in time, we'd like to open up an account at HPC Credit Union, put a, minimum of $5 in there, up to whatever amount we decide at the time. We do have funds available that we could invest in there.
But they did recommend like, open the account,
Right.
then do the credit cards, get that all straightened up, then go maybe get a certificate of deposit and gradually bring things over, not to do everything in
Right.
one lump sum.
So
And it
the-
sounds like they're very willing to work with us.
For sure.
They don't charge us bank fees,
No
No,
fees.
no
Credit union.
fees.
No fees.
so those several $100 of bank fees will go away.
Well,
Only if we
yes.
moved everything over
Right,
there
right.
Over time.
over time.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So, I mean, the motion I'd like to make is that, that we give authority for me to open an account at HBC Credit Union.
Did they do this?
And
at the lunch
establish
break?
And
credit cards.
And establish, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I was listening to you too. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Did you have lunch with them and have drinks?
No,
Oh,
we just
It was
said.
an early morning meeting.
So I'll make a motion that we, open an account at HBC Credit Union. And then we also establish setting up credit cards at this time.
I'll support that.
Was there any discussion?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'd say just so that we're, check with whatever other banking institutions are compatible and make sure that we're not putting everything in all of our eggs in one basket.
No, these are just baby steps right now. We do have an account at, LP Nalcona for our fire withholding money. That's where that's at. And we've done business with LP Nalcona in the past, but, HBC reached out to us.
And their online services are more than we get really through Huntington.
Mhm.
So
And we do
I
have
think it's a good
investment
step
money.
to,
Right. We do have investment money that for sure we could move over there.
Mhm.
That wouldn't be
Yeah.
a
There
big
was
deal.
There
And
was a question in the past about, the federal deposited, the insurance.
But they're
And
actually,
it is per signature, not in total. So each signature.
they told us it was per account number.
Yeah, yeah. So
And it's federally insured up to 1.5 million.
per signature, per person.
Per account.
No, I think if you look into that, it might be.
So all accounts are federally insured up to 1.5 million.
He
This
was very
coverage-
clear about that it's per
Okay,
account.
then something has changed.
Right, the
Yeah.
coverage is in combination with 250 through the NCUA plus an additional 1,250,000 that HPC has purchased for
Purchased,
their
right.
protection.
So actually our money would be more protected
Right,
at
Are you
HPC.
gonna wait until they get the drive-through finished?
yeah, but he also said, just another point to make too is, if we did move say a very large sum of money into there to get the 4% interest, and say we put it in there for a year, to start off with, and for some reason in that time frame prior to a year, we need the money, they would work with us and not charge us a penalty to withdraw that
Depending on
money,
how
or-
soon we took
Right.
it out.
I mean, if we put it in.
If it's in the 11th month, they probably won't charge us a penalty.
Right.
If it's in the first month, we put it in and we want to take it out right away, we'll probably get the penalty.
But he did act like he would work with us. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they really want to work with us a lot, so.
Yeah, it was a very good meeting.
It was very informative.
Any other discussion?
Trustee Polly,
Yes.
trustee Lappin,
Yes.
clerk Plavich, yes. Treasurer Ellery Summers, trustee Kroll,
Yes.
trustee Reiner,
Yes.
supervisor Kozibowski.
Yes. Motion carries. I'm just gonna go ahead and move the second public comment.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Because of our closed session, we're gonna move the second opportunity for public comment up. If there's anybody online with public comment, please raise your hand.
Can we do that during the meeting? Need to do that.
Yeah, can we
I was
move?
asked to-
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Maybe, allow it now and then we can offer it.
Yeah,
after the closed session.
There's some flash up there.
it was Haley's
Okay.
eyes.
Seeing none, if there's anybody in the audience with public comment. Okay, second opportunity for public comment is now closed. I move to enter into closed session under MCL 15.268E and H to consult with counsel pending litigation in case number 24-2721-CK, the city of Alpena versus the Charter Township of Alpena, and a confidential written legal opinion.
I'll support.
Any discussion?
Second, support.
Russ supported it.
All those in favor of moving into closed session, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same.
Yes.
Officially